uni is starting again soon, and with the new academic year comes a new bunch of freshers. This video is all of my tips for starting university. First of all, university is really different to college or school. You have to be a lot more independent and you do a lot of studying on your own. It's also a bigger environment. I think you definitely get used to it though. I went to quite a small university, and by the end of my final year, I felt like everyone I knew everyone else in some way or another. There's a few like B-knocks, but there's no sort of like social hierarchy, and you're really free to do what you want. There's no strict timetables. For some days you're not even in. That also means a lot more responsibility because you do have to manage your own time and plan out your own revision. So you are quite independent, or you have to become quite independent if you're not. Okay, so my number one tip before going to university is to sort out your student finance. Your first installment of student finance should come in September. So if you leave it late and you get your money late, you're gonna be broke for a while. You don't want that. Once you've sorted out your student finance, then make sure you look into your course. Figure out what kind of stuff you're going to learn. What I would recommend for pharmacy is to go over your A-level biology and chemistry notes, specifically the maths part of organic chemistry, so like moles, and basic calculations, so basic fractions, decimals, conversions. I'd also recommend looking through human anatomy in biology, so all of the different systems. Every university works differently, so make sure you look at your course content and kind of figure out what you've done in A-levels that's already relevant. If your uni sends you a reading list, you don't necessarily need to buy all of the books. First of all, every university has a library, so you can take all those books out for free. Also, you can try buying them secondhand. I would say your first year is, in proportion to the other years, the year where you should study the least. Unis purposely make first year of uni the easiest because they know that everyone is so focused on settling in and adjusting to the university life. From all of the years at university, this is going to be the easiest one. Make sure you do prepare for your coursework and revise for your exams, but don't start stressing in September for your exams that are going to be in June or May. It's not worth it. You're going to spend the next few years stressing, so don't start this September. Before you start university, look online and find any groups that are to do with freshers at uni. For example, my university had a Facebook group where anyone starting that year could join and sort of connect and get to know people, so I kind of made friends in that way. There's loads of opportunities at uni, and most of the time they're either free or really cheap because unis know that their students are usually broke. Every uni has a students' union. This is the organisation that runs all of the university events for students. They also create all of the societies. All of the students are automatically enrolled into the students' union, and they're also the go-to place if you have any issues or problems during your time at uni. In the first week of uni, which is known as Freshers Week, it's literally just full of odd groups of people because everyone's trying to find their kind of people and figure out where they fit in at university. But seriously, just make friends with anyone and just sort of connect as much as you can. The best way to find out about all of these events and what's going on campus is to go to the Freshers Fair. So this will happen in the Freshers Week of university. It is usually in person, although I think this year it might be online for most unis. All of the groups that are aimed at students or that students can get involved in will all come together and showcase what they do. Usually you can sign up and get a free taster session in whatever they do and register with them later on. Definitely go to loads of taster sessions, figure out which ones you like, and then stick to like 1 to 3 of them. Okay, a few tips for if you're moving out and living away like I did. Firstly, make sure you book your accommodation before you get there. There's 2 types of accommodation. You can get on-campus accommodation, which is provided by the university. I recommend using the on-campus student accommodation if you can afford it, because it'll be really close to the uni and it'll also be aimed towards university students, so there'll be events or groups that you can get involved in. Also, if you're sharing, try and move into your flat as soon as possible so you can get the best kitchen cupboards. Otherwise, you'll be left with like the one under the sink or something. Before you move in, do a massive shop with your family. Get all of the essential ingredients so you're not panicking once you get to university and you're like, I don't have anything to eat. So try and find a few simple recipes before you get there so you do have some sort of basic idea of what you can make. Buy a planner or a calendar and make sure you keep all of your important dates written down. Make sure you budget your money and your finances so you're not actually broke. This is especially important if you're living off your student finance because you need to make sure that that installment lasts from when you get it until the next installment, which will be a few months away. So finally, if you're starting this year, good luck with it. I hope you enjoy it. Really, university was one of the best experiences of my life. Those years were great. I'm saying it like I'm really old. I literally just finished this year, but whatever. Is this wonky? What advice am I giving right now? I spoke to so many people in my freshers week, and then it was kind of awkward because they would say hi to me afterwards and I wouldn't recognize them and I wouldn't remember their names. But I made friends with loads of people at the time. What am I saying? Basically, I did not prepare that much for this video, but I'm just running behind on my schedule. Believe it or not, I have a schedule for these videos. Oh my god, the child, the neighbor's child is talking. Okay.